Hi everyone, welcome to the Wednesday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news, a November trial date has been set for a Todd County teen accused of beating his adoptive sister and biological cousin to death. A judge previously scheduled a July 25th trial date for former Todd County High School student, 17-year-old Garrett Dye of Trenton. But this morning it was moved to November 7th to give the prosecutor enough time to receive DNA lab results. Meanwhile, the judge set a July 1st evidentiary hearing to discuss changing the venue of Garrett Dye's murder trial.
Out here, there's been too much publicity. It's too small of a place. It doesn't have anything to do with Todd County assistants not being fair, but because of the nature of the case, I just don't think we can get a fair trial here.
During the July 1st hearing, the judge will also decide whether or not to suppress evidence from the trial. Ritchie told us he wanted to suppress statements made by his client following his arrest on February 6th. In addition to the murder charge, Dye is charged with tampering with physical evidence and resisting arrest. Dye was taken into custody 2 days after the body of his adoptive sister and biological cousin, 9-year-old Amy Dye, was found in a field near the family's home on Dogwood Drive near Trenton. Police say the 17-year-old admitted to beating the 9-year-old with a jack handle and then told police where to find the murder weapon. The city of Hopkinsville is among 10 communities across the nation that will be receiving a $50,000 grant from the YMCA of the USA that will be split up over the next 2 years. The grant was awarded to the city following a recent trip made by Hopkinsville coalition leaders, which included Mayor Dan Kemp, to Baltimore, Maryland for a seminar to promote health.
And the purpose of the conference and the purpose of the program is to encourage cities to make their community more healthy in terms of preventing diseases, chronic diseases. I learned that 70% of the chronic diseases which people die from are from preventable factors, such as smoking, such as inactivity, not enough exercise, and such as poor nutrition.
Mayor Kemp said the city's proposed Rails to Trails project is a great way to get area residents motivated to exercise and enjoy the outdoors. Hopkinsville YMCA Senior Program Director Kevin Meacham, who also attended the seminar, describes what the grant money will possibly fund over the next couple of years.
The idea is we sort of use our money maybe to market or get the community backing it. And some of it will be used for policies and programming implementation, but a lot of it will be for getting the community to support such, policies.
The grant was awarded from the YMCA of the USA with support from the National Center for Chronic Disease Prevention and Health Promotion. A 21-year-old Paducah man has been charged in Marshall County for selling methamphetamine. Joseph Seth Taylor of Paducah was charged with first-degree trafficking in a controlled substance, meth, after a joint investigation by the McCracken and Marshall County Sheriff's Department and the Pennyrile Narcotics Task Force. Taylor was charged in McCracken County with the same offense, as well as possession of marijuana, possession of synthetic cannabis, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Now, through their investigation, authorities discovered that Taylor had sold a quantity of meth in Marshall County last night. After a vehicle that he was a passenger in was stopped in McCracken County, police found meth, marijuana, synthetic marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and over $1,000 cash of what is believed to be money received from the sale of illegal drugs. Taylor was arrested and booked into the McCracken County Jail. Well, the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce will hold a ribbon-cutting ceremony tomorrow morning at Murray-Callaway County Hospital's home care service. The open house will be at the new location in Marshall County inside the RMA building at 83 Wellness Way, just off the exit in Draffinville. During the open house, the community will have the opportunity to meet the staff and learn more about home care services. The ribbon cutting and open house will get underway at 10 o'clock. Home Care Services of MCCH has been serving the Marshall County community for over 20 years. In a story we first reported last night at 10, it looks like the city of Hopkinsville will be moving forward with plans to relocate the city's police department and administration offices. During last night's city council meeting, council members approved $490,000 from the city's capital budget to go toward the design plan of renovating the Lackey Municipal Building to be used by the Hopkinsville Police Department and to relocate the city's administration offices downtown.
And it's a positive move forward for the city of Hopkinsville because we're achieving two great purposes. Number one, we're going to be able to give our police department the kind of building, the kind of facility that they need to be able to do their work properly. They've been in a building that's too small and inadequate for a long time, and so we're going to be able to solve that problem. And then also we're going to be able to make a really bold move to revitalize downtown Hopkinsville. And I'm hoping that with the city making an investment like we're going to make downtown, that this will encourage private developers and landowners to make investments in downtown Hopkinsville.
In other action, council members approved the second reading of the $25.2 million operational budget for fiscal year 2010-11 on a 10-2 vote, with Ward 5 Councilman Charlie Henderson and Ward 6 Councilwoman Ann Cherry voting no. Council members also approved the second reading of the upcoming $26.6 million operational budget on a 10-2 vote, with Henderson and Cherry again voting no. And the capital budget for the next fiscal year was approved on an 11-1 vote, with Cherry voting no. In other business, council members unanimously approved continuing the residential enterprise zone housing incentives and adopted a flood hazard mitigation plan. The Pennyroyal Area Museum is currently featuring a unique military exhibit that honors local veterans.
I have this exhibit here to honor all the individuals in the United States, and in particular this area that are serving for all of the Americans, serving in the wars and serving their time, and we want to honor them, and we appreciate and respect all that they do for the United States citizen.
Brevard says area residents interested in local military history should stop by the Pennyroyal Area Museum to check out the exhibit.
Well, this exhibit represents the 5 different services of the United States, our military services, and so you'll see uniforms and equipment belonging to the various services: Navy, the Army, Marines, and the Air Force, and the Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard. And then we're very proud with one portion of this exhibit, our Wall of Honor. And on this wall, extending wall as well, we have currently 153 veterans.
In addition, the museum's special education coordinator encourages any service member to add their picture and biography to the Wall of Heroes. For more information about this exhibit, contact the Pennyroyal Area Museum at 270-887-4270. Thanks to a $3 million grant, prospective caregivers for some of Kentucky's most vulnerable citizens may soon be subject to extensive criminal background checks. Governor Steve Beshear says Kentucky is very pleased to participate in this critical initiative that is designed to help long-term care facilities and providers avoid hiring individuals with certain criminal histories by conducting federal and state-level background checks on prospective job applicants. He went on to say that this falls directly in line with our ongoing work to address elder abuse and improve patient care in long-term care facilities. Currently, the state law requires long-term facilities to conduct only name-based background checks for their prospective employees. This grant, however, will help the Cabinet for Health and Family Services purchase equipment to conduct digital fingerprint background checks, which will ultimately enhance patient safety. There are 590 long-term care facilities in Kentucky, 101 assisted living facilities, and roughly 600 other providers who employ direct patient access workers. Two local students are sticking around literally for a chance to win big in the Stuck at Prom scholarship contest. Dawson Springs High School students Lindsay and Jared, seen here, have been selected by a panel of judges as one of the top 10 finalists that created one-of-a-kind prom fashions from the duct tape brand Duct Tape. That's right, duct tape, qualifying them for a chance to win one of the most creative scholarship contests conceived. The contest challenges students to exercise their originality with more than 20 colors and prints of duct tape available, and then wear their colorful creations to prom. Now, with the 10 couples chosen, they're competing for online votes to determine which of the 10 scholarship prizes they'll receive, including the $5,000 top prize. 10 couples were selected from 330 entries representing 44 states and 4 Canadian provinces. You can place your votes over a 3-week period starting now until July 11th. To view all of the entries in the 2011 Stuck at Prom contest or to vote for your favorite couple, visit www.stuckatprom.com. Winners will be announced on or about July 13th. Well, now here's Hopkinsville Christian County Crime Stoppers Coordinator Officer Paul Ray with our featured fugitives of the week.
This week, police need your help locating 2 wanted fugitives. Police are looking for 33-year-old Chadwick Wade Edwards, who's wanted for probation violation. Edwards is a white male who stands 5 feet, 7 inches tall and weighs 200 pounds. His last known address was the 100 block of Higgins Street. Police are also looking for 21-year-old Damian Montrez Davis, who's wanted for probation violation. Davis is a black male who stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall and weighs 135 pounds. His last known address was the 1800 block of Carter Street.
If you know where police can locate these wanted fugitives, and we've got cash waiting for you, pick up your phone now and call our tips line at 887-TIPS. If your information leads to an arrest, Crime Stoppers will pay you a cash reward. And remember, we will never ask your name, and you will not have to appear in court. Well, this week's Fugitive of the Week, I'm Officer Paul Ray for Crime Stoppers.